We say what they can't radio.
To a junkie, to his arm in a pinch. Pure precision now was written in stone like hieroglyphics. My walk is more meaner. I'm spitting foreign like a beamer. Yeah, I keep an eye on Nina, in case I gotta pull up on a schemer. So, step into the arena. Step into the arena. Step into the arena.
Big step up.
Step into the arena.
King Lyrical, shout it out. You spit foreign like a Benz, my drive foreign like I brought the Audi out. Old Brooklyn like dirty.
There's another one waiting, baby. Hang on. Hang on. There's another one waiting for you.
Let's get it on. This is more than a song. Known as the Don, cause I'm the bomb. Worshipping with my palm from dusk till dawn. Scriptures got books to teach. It's the same shit that pharaohs preach. My rhymes in the thugs to reach. Young men of the street, you're riding dirty in your Jeep, trying to avoid a Rico sweep. And the bodies from your fucking beef. They saw your faces, they link you to cases. Cause you know the cops is racist. Trying to be gangster, dodging loose laces. And I ain't said a peep, robbing foes head to their feet. Low in their bodies, 6 feet deep. Why I fuck they girl face and I ski? They frail like they weak, their blood I watch leak. And when they mother start to weep, then like a baby fell right to sleep. Got the drop on the kid, now you ain't trying to live. Thinking of all the things I did. Gonna be locked up and do a bid. Now I'm in my mind while caged up north for crime. Got just pad and paper full of rhymes. Feel reckless, I got caught in a bind. Got letter in the mail, why I survive in jail. Letter said mission I failed. Mistaken hit, now I get no bail.
Hang on. Hang on. There's another one waiting. Hang on. There's another one waiting for you.
Shot a cop in the face, gunned her down like a base. She was gonna tell in your case. You made sure she couldn't walk by the waist. We ain't the fucking ones. This is the life of diamonds and guns. If you ain't for it, if you don't got the funds, pay up or we blast you like straight shook nuns. Years later, I got out, chose a different route, and finally a seed had sprout. Cause with God, I fought my bout. Seclusion, I live for all the things I did. I bliss to make money, I strive. Cause love for the do or die, bed styles. Spitting bars not to follow, not just to wallow. This is for the behind bars fellas. Knowledge is key, you don't turn hollow. It's too late for me, did another hit beat. These foul bros is bugging, you see. Back up safe, cause rather get you than me. Damn, ain't this a bitch? Taking out a rap snitch. Yeah, I did, went from rags to rich. How we addicted to papers like an itch.
I had to let that beat knock for a little bit. It just sounded good in here. Yo, Hoodie Frankliano here. Welcome back to the Arena Podcast. Got another guest here with us, here for a double header. You feel me? Partners lined up. Shout out to So Love to Be Free, my bro Orca Omen. You know, lined us up with Pa Bundles. What's good, bro?
Woo! Glad to be here, bro.
Welcome to the arena, man.
I'm excited, man. First interview, so
Okay.
You gotta show me the ropes.
No doubt, man. Well, look, I'm happy for this to be the platform that you decided to let it be your first. You feel me?
Definitely.
No doubt. So we're gonna let the people get to know you a little bit. Pa Bundles. First start about, where the story started for you as far as music, where you was at, growing up and everything, bro? Talk to the people, man.
All right. So as a kid, I was always a big hip hop fan since like 11 or 12 years old.
Okay.
Started young with it, and then the music just really inspired me all throughout my life because I grew up with struggles, myself. Something that I'm an advocate of is mental health. I have PTSD. That's something I don't share with everyone. So the fact that I'm sharing with you is a big thing.
Okay.
Just from my own traumas of, throughout life, and just we'll get into that more
Okay.
of how I got PTSD and all that.
Okay.
So yeah, just I have my own personal struggles, but hip hop I always cling to. It was always a bandage, for me. When my parents got divorced at a young age, when I was like 9 or 10 years old,
Okay.
hip hop was always what I gravitated towards. Going outside to play and not having, my mother because she was working a lot and stuff like that. Granted, I'm 32 now, so that's
Right,
long
right,
been
right.
since. But hip hop I always used as a bandage to make me feel better. So I've always
Right.
utilized the music,
Okay.
and that's where the love of the music came from.
That's dope. It's like a sense of therapy for you, huh?
Definitely, yeah.
I would
Even
say
just
music
making.
therapy. That was a little inside joke to my listeners. Nah, because we do a segment called music therapy. I'll send you
Okay.
the link. No doubt, no doubt. But when was, if you can remember the moment when you was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do for real, like this music shit is where I'm going with it.
Oh, it all stems back to 12 years old. I wanted to do hip hop for the longest. I wanted to rap for the longest. I would do rap battles as a kid in the lunchroom in high school, and I'd get beat up because I would curse. I
Because
would
your
I would
body
say I would say the most unfiltered shit. And yeah, so that's where it started, and then I hung it up for a while, and then I said, you know what? During the pandemic, I said, let me get back into this. This is
Got you.
my childhood passion. This is something I've always wanted to do. So I said, let me get into it. So I did, and then I started assembling bars and going back to what I was doing in high school as a kid.
Okay.
And then I actually went into the studio a few years later after that, and now I have a single out.
Nice, nice. So do you feel like your hometown is represented in you as an artist?
No, I don't think so. And I'll say this. I lived so many places. I've lived Long Island. I lived in Jersey and Newark. I lived in Dallas, Texas. I lived all over.
Okay, okay.
So each place had its own unique story.
Okay.
I think just growing up and me just what's the word? Just growing up and just having my own wounds and my own pain. I feel like hip hop became a self expression of myself more so than a hometown representing.
Okay.
Although I am a New Yorker, I was born and raised in New York, so
Got you.
definitely, yeah,
All right.
definitely got to represent for New York.
So is it fair to say maybe your music is represented a little bit by all the places you've been, maybe? 'Cause
Definitely, yeah.
You said you had different chapters in different locations.
I had different influences too, and like the rapper Mo3 lived down the block from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in Dallas, Texas, and I spoke to him a couple times.
Rest in peace to the homie,
rest in
man.
peace. Yeah, he was friends with one of my close friends, actually two. But long story short, I spoke to him before, and I spoke to Yellow Beezy, and I've been exposed to the industry. I've had conversations with Benny the Butcher in passing, Jadakiss. I even saw Al Bial, and I tried to get a dap from him. Didn't happen, but I just wanted to throw that one in there.
Word.
Yeah, but definitely, I think the artist that was probably the most interesting was Common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was intrigued just to talk to me. The one time I did talk to him,
Nice.
and it was just a by chance conversation by just telling him I'm a fan.
Okay. And that was it? It was just like,
Well,
how'd that conversation go?
Well, he was talking about his music, that he's planning to do music, and then lo and behold, that album with Pete Rock came out.
How did that even come into light? Like, how you end up in a room with Common?
Well, I do security on the side, and I'm exposed to celebrities every now and then.
Heard you.
I met Jada Kiss, and this is all in passing. I even try to get Nelly to listen to my music.
Okay.
Tried, but I met Ashanti. So I met people
That's
before
dope, that's dope.
in passing, respectfully, you
That's
know.
fire.
But you learn that when there's celebrities, they want to be left alone. They're people too.
That's right.
So if they want a conversation, I'll strike it up with them. If they don't, I respect it. Same thing with the Al Bial, no dap. You know, I tried dapping him up. He had a million people trying to dap him up. DJ Arson got a dap from him. You know, so I respected it. There was 100 people trying to get dapped. So yeah. But so yeah, you just respect the artist and you go from there. And you gotta realize these are just people too. Everyone's just people in the industry. So
That's right.
yeah.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. I'm just thinking about this because what you said reminded me. And Pyro, you're gonna be laughing back there too. So I used to rap back in the day, and I used to work at Short Hills Mall. So anybody from Jersey, that's like a high-end mall out here. Like a lot of famous people go there. And I used to do valet parking.
Oh
You know what I'm saying? So I used to meet mad people, but one day Chrissy pulled up, and this is Jim Jones.
I know.
I can't say wife because I don't think they ever got married.
They had a kid together though, I think. So
that's wifey pretty much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much. Yeah.
Chrissy pull up, man. She nice as hell too. I'm like, damn. I had my music in my book bag, so I'm like, Chrissy, I'm a fan, like a Jim Jones. Let me slide you the demo real quick. She's like, all right. Matter of fact, she was like, he don't even really be taking demos, but I'm gonna take his shit just because, you know what I'm saying, you present it like that. I'm like, all right, bet. Run to the break room to my book bag to go get it. Can't find it. I'm like, damn, it ain't even here. I'm like, hold up, Chris, I'm gonna run to the car real quick. Ran all the way to the car. Get to the car, I can't find this shit. I'm like, this shit gotta be in my book bag. Yo, run back to the break room. She just standing there waiting for me, looking at me, running back and forth. Uniform on, you know, we valet, you got the bow tie, everything. I'm sweating this shit. Finally get this fucking demo handed to her. Yo, I gave her a fucking blank CD. That shit ain't have no contact info, nothing. I'm thinking about it at the end of the day, like, yo, did I just hand that shit? I ain't have my name or nothing on it. Just handed her a CD with music. Jim Jones could have wanted to bump that shit, but he'd have never known how to get in touch with me. So, look, Jim Jones, if you're listening, I'm right here, bro.
I hear you on that. And I think the industry was a different place back then too.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you know now, here's my social media. Here's
right,
my
yeah,
where
this
you
is
can
before that.
accessibility is really
hand in
changed.
hand.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all was really, you just triggered something, man. I was really running around like a damn fool and finally gave her that shit. Ain't had no info on it. That's the craziest, that's some crazy shit, right, bro?
That is, man.
All right, back to you, Pop Bundles. What separates you from other artists on the come up?
That's a good question. That makes me actually have to think. All right. With me, you're gonna get. I try to be authentic with my music, whether it's from my own experience or friends' experience. A lot of my music is basically spreading, not trying to be emo or anything, but spreading my pain and my, putting my pain in the tracks as well as other people's pains. You know, I had a friend locked up. The song you heard now was really, I'm not guess for the podcast. What was talked about in the song was fictional, but at the same time, we'll leave it at this. You know, someone I know got locked up doing a bid, doing some stuff, and the thing with that is, you know, everyone had their own story, own unique story, and I wanted that story to spread as far as what they went through, how they endured it. So yeah, I like to share stories, and I like to my music's a reflection of the people I'm around.
Okay.
Whether negative, positive, you know, and
so the story, it might be fictional, but it comes from a place of like real events or some truth behind it, the message type shit. That's clean.
Yeah,
You know, and as an artist, you got to be able to do that sometimes. Like, I use this as an example. Like, okay, we all know who Eminem is. and we listen to his music, I'm sure that we all know that he didn't really kill his
People, yeah, his
baby mother.
ex-wife.
His ex. We all clear on that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's an artist that know how to express himself. Like you ever just feel like, you know what I'm saying? This is what he's
Like
expressing.
an alter ego kind of.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I feel like I'm giving like not the news because I'm not one of those guys to
It's up there
spread people
gossiping and
gossip.
shit. Right.
But I'm giving you reality rap, and that's what it is. Every
Yeah.
and every song talks about a different story or a different friend's struggle, and I talk about my own struggles too in the music, and that's what I utilize to really create these songs and visualize it because we're artists, we're entertainers first.
That's right.
Yeah, and this is entertainment, and at the same time, I do hope to spread positive messages. At the same time, why pardon me, first podcast, I'm jumbling my words,
No,
but
you good.
but like with the messages, I'm trying to spread positive, messages as well as tell stories of people's lives. Hopefully, someone learns from it.
Okay.
Like when you hear that song, you go, "This is fucking crazy. Who would want to do this?" There's lessons behind the music.
Okay.
That's what I meant to articulate. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's lessons behind it. You so you just dropped a single, but you have other joints that's all right.
Yeah, I got a song with DJ Arson, Killing Season. That's
heard
about to
you.
drop real soon.
Got you.
I got a couple of joints with Fin Diddy the Don. Shout out to him.
Okay.
The Don of Long Island, self-proclaimed, but that's a good friend of mine, and
Nice.
he really got me into the music and he really pushed me. Shout out to Crooklyn Kid. That's another person who taught me how to assemble bars. Granted, my scheme is more 80s style. I think it's evident in my writing style, but this man sat me down, listened to all the 80s rap until I could assemble something that was decent to actually put out there. So, shout out to
Okay.
Crooklyn Kid.
That's good.
Yeah. I have a team, and
Okay.
shout out to Mary, my manager. But yeah, back to what you were saying.
Oh yeah. So out of all your songs that you have out, which one mean the most to you?
Which one means the most to me?
Yeah.
It's actually an unreleased single that I have called Make the Pen Bleed.
Mm.
And it talks about just going through my own personal struggles and using hip hop as a way to express my pain by making the pen bleed,
Mm.
and trying to achieve my rap dreams through the music and stuff. And unreleased single, we don't know if it will come out. We plan on releasing it. And I'll say this. It's funny you mentioned Jim Jones. We have the same beat as him. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're trying to figure out that situation right there, if we can even release it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So talk about a Pop Bundle studio session.
Oh,
Like,
you
how
go
like to
in with
zone
the,
out?
I get a couple Red Bulls in there. I put on the hat. I take off the hat with the headphones on. I get the groggy voice going on. The real hip hop tough guy voice, and that's how I do it, man. Just I get set in a zone, and when I'm in that zone, I start recording. Something that maybe not popular to do, but I do it anyway, is easy punching. Not bar, not every word, but bar from bar.
Okay.
I like to punch in a lot.
Okay.
And people will talk crap about punching in and that, it's controversial because it's real lyricists recite verse by verse. But punching in is a great way of also keeping your cadence, keeping that same energy up. And that's a secret of mine to the trade, is punching in.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that if you got your own style, because a lot of artists do things differently, believe it or not. It's not no set standard way to really create art. You go in there and get busy. So I did this show, because we do filming and recording at different events. and an artist was like, while one artist was performing, another artist was just talking. He's like, you know what? This artist, like, he'll be dope, but all his hooks sound the same. I'm like, what you mean? The hook always sound the same. Like, nah, when I do my hooks, I record the hooks separately. So I got to add different octaves and hit different levels. So the hooks are not identical.
I get what you're
Most
saying.
artists
Yeah.
fly the hook, and it's, you know what I'm saying? He do his hooks separate. I'm like, that shit, I never heard nobody say nothing like that. You feel me? So people got their different ways of doing things.
For me, I like someone on my hook. You know, I feel as a rapper, you're a lyricist first, and the hook's very important. But at the same time, the lyrics is what I try to really focus on, and then the hook I really look for another artist to do, or I look for someone that maybe can sing or whatever.
Okay.
But I do hooks myself too. But
Mhm. You would prefer
I
to
rather
have
a
somebody else.
feature for a hook, yeah.
Okay.
And you know, having a different energy on the track can even motivate you to do better on that track.
That's
So
right.
yeah.
That's right. And then how you feel about, because nowadays a lot of artists don't even be in the studio together. They just send a verse and then
I don't like that.
you like to be in the building, right?
I like to be in the building with that person. And I'll tell you why. Because you gotta match that energy.
That's right.
And being recording separately on Bandcamp or whatever it's called, or all those apps. If you're not in the room with the person, how you know the cadence, the energy, you know, and the mixing quality and all that, it won't be there. It won't be there. You got to
Definitely
be
a
in the room
difference.
with someone, you know.
Yep, I agree. So if you could describe your music, as a matter of fact, describe yourself as an artist in 3 words.
Real, reality, and rugged.
Talk about it a little bit. Talk about the reality.
Reality. Like I said earlier, some of these stories, for purposes, we'll say fictional. Some of these stories come from true events in some shape or form. So reality is expressing people's lives that people actually go through and live. And a lot of times it's weird, like I try to do a KRS-One type of thing where there's a message behind the music, and it's for you to figure out the message. You know, that's why when I do my reality rap, I look for to, like, what's the word, to shock people.
Okay.
Because yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, it's up to you to decipher the music, you know. And yeah, there's a lesson in every song I try to do. um some are more obvious than others, but you know what, it's for you, the listener, to enjoy and interpret. And if you resonate with it, that's good. If you don't, oh well. um yeah, that's really what I try to do with my music.
Okay. We all got our haters and shit too, right? Salute to the haters. If you ain't got none, you ain't doing something right. How do you deal with the criticism and the negative comments and shit like that?
That's a good question. Honestly, I let it roll off my shoulder because I've been screwed over in this industry too. I'm not gonna get into that because I'm still at the early stages of my career, but
Okay.
I'll leave it to this. You know, you deal with the haters by just, what's the word for it? I'm trying to use big words right now. I'm struggling.
What we doing? What you thinking? Like, let the haters what? If
I
not
try
influence.
to be what's the word?
Like mindful, but don't let it.
I try to overcome adversity, and
Okay.
and I do this by simply ignoring people, or
That's
just, or if I get screwed over in the industry, which I have, I just ignore it and keep going. You know, sometimes you get bad deals, sometimes you get bad beats, sometimes you get bad features, sometimes you get bad a lot of things, and everyone's their own person in the game. So you got to just realize who's real, who's fake. as Jadakiss said.
That's right. I like that joint too. What advice would you offer to maybe a younger artist that's just trying to get their shit going? Like, just think about when you was 12 and you was putting your foot on the gas. What would you offer to somebody?
Don't listen to other people. Listen to yourself. And the reason why I say this is, from a child and on, I always listened to parents' advice, and that was the worst. You know, I grew up in a toxic Italian family where it's all traditional and, oh, you want to do music? You know, like they look at you like there's something wrong with you if it's not Frank Sinatra. You know, so yeah, and I dealt with a lot of discouraging marks from family, friends. Oh, don't do it, this, that, image. You know how rap music is, and it's always gotten labels, and that's what I hate. So what I would tell a younger artist is, don't let the labels of rap or the labels of what other people try to make your life be define you, because you define your own life.
That's right.
And it took the pandemic for me to realize that. You know, I was in my late 20s, you know, I was living in Newark, you know, and I realized I want to really do the music. I don't want to do security as my main gig, even though I'm still doing it. But you know,
gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, you gotta pay the bills. But I wanted to
funding the dream.
inspire. I wanted to do my music always, and
That's
I said,
right.
you know what? Let me really work on it, and I've done that. You know, Double H, shout out to Double H for giving me a chance to do my single, releasing it. Hopefully to do more soon with them. Yeah. So I guess to center everything back into what the main point was is, don't let other people tell you what to do. You got to think for yourself. You got to be your own person. You can't be your mother and father. You can't be your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, or whoever they want you to be. At the end of the day, you can only be yourself. And being your authentic self, whatever that may be, is the best thing you could do for yourself. Because if you want to be an MC, you just got to go out there and do it. You got to have dedication, commitment, and you got to be willing to take risk. You know, like doing a podcast is a big risk because, you know, depending on how this goes, you know, people determine, hey, do we rock with this guy or we don't? And if you don't, oh, well, that's just a hater on my list. But if you do, I respect that too, you know, and it's always being out of the box and trying new things, man. So for a younger artist, just keep doing what just keep being you, take risk, because at the end of the day, if you don't take risk, you're not going to get a reward.
That's right. Keep doing the same things, you're gonna see the same results. Outside of music, any announcements, any projects you working on? What else coming from Pop Bundles?
We got a few unreleased songs. I do plan to release more music.
Well, no, outside of music.
Oh, outside of music, yeah.
Like any merch coming out or anything else?
I've looked into it.
You know what?
I'm big into fashion, actually.
Okay.
Virgil, I don't know the last. I never could say this man's last name. Off-White. No disrespect to Virgil.
Yeah.
You know his last name?
Yeah.
How's he say it?
I'm
You don't know?
struggle just as bad as you.
I'll blow.
I'll blow.
Yeah, I'm big into fashion media and all that.
Rest in peace, Virgil.
Yeah,
As
so
long as you can say Virgil.
Virgil, yeah. Rest in peace. But yeah, his fashion stuff like that, that's something that I want to get into too. Maybe create t-shirts. I know exactly where to go for it. I know what visions I want to do with that. So maybe stay tuned for that.
Merch is always a great way to go, especially for artists.
No doubt.
That'd be all you. All throughout your career, you handle your shit right.
And I think what people don't realize is merch is a self-expression of yourself too.
Exactly.
Because look at this. This is awesome.
Thank you, man.
And I'm assuming it's a self-expression of yourself. Like, do you compare yourself to like a wolf as in like resilient, or
more like I'm leading the family to victories? I'm out here hunting and bringing it home for the family. Wolves is big on family. They move in packs. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, family first.
And it's funny you mentioned that because with merch, like I follow a lot of whether it's hip hop or really, I don't know, and really stem from hip hop, just black fashion designers. I really love their expression through the designs and the brands and the go-getter style of designing out of the box stuff. And I think everyone should that's definitely a great way of self-expression, whether it's streetwear or something more formal, and
That's right.
yeah, and that's definitely something I advocate for anyone is be your own person, dress how you want to dress, be who you want to be. I'm big on being yourself. And how does this have to do with me? But outside, merch may come soon. We might talk about this after.
Let's do it.
You have any other questions to me for me that you want to talk about? Because I know I've been
Well, we covered a lot of grounds here. I just want to give you some final thoughts just from sitting here talking to you, and don't be afraid to just go for this shit, bro. And you focus on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Your style is different. Like you said, you true to the 80s form. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna be for everybody. Especially
Absolutely.
nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what you do is you tend to your crowd that's for. You know what I'm saying? The OGs, and shit, my 40th birthday about to come up. I'm still in the OG range. For a few more years, I'm gonna be Unc. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm 32 myself,
The
man.
1,000. So
I'm Unc almost.
You coming out of the YN's years, going into the OG phases. Like, you know what I'm saying? You giving the little duns advice out
So
here.
what would you say is OG? 50 or
OG,
where's Unc go with an OG?
OG is, I'll
'Cause
say
there's a great
30.
debate.
OG is 35 to like 40, 41, 42. You know what I'm saying? You could get a 45 OG, but 46 and up, that's Unc. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So is
And that
Unc
ain't
over
no-
OG?
Unc is as far as age range, not
Okay.
status in the streets.
I'm not talking
You know
about
what I
street.
mean?
I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, definitely. Once you Unc, that's it, man. There's no more levels. Like, you just gotta sit down somewhere. Like OG, you can still be active. You could be out here coaching the kids and everything, making noise.
Any age, in my opinion.
You feel me? But once you get to that Unc
Yeah.
status, it's like, all right, Unc.
Hey, and there's still Uncs that are still doing music.
Mind you, everything that I just said is completely random bullshit. That's no written rules.
No, but this
just
is a
me.
great debate though, because people really talk about this stuff as far as like
Because you got
what
your
this, that,
YNs.
yeah.
YN, that's a teenager up until 21. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, no, let's extend. YN go up. Maybe it's about 25,
What goes
26.
after YN though? OG, you said, and then
Right. Well, then you got your YGs, which is your young Gs.
Okay.
So you gotta be YG before you get to the OG. So that's,
What about
That's-
OYGs and triple? I don't know.
well, see, we ain't going into the heavy. There ain't that many levels. to it,
Listen,
you feel me?
I anything I know about OG was from video games like San Andreas. Other than that, I'm just following the vocab from
then
that.
after OG, you Unc. And then after that, you senior citizen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So I'm getting into the last few stages of the OG phase. You feel me? And I'm blessed to be here, man.
I want to ask you a question. Not to put you on the spot. Since you're going into that phase, do you feel like as you get older, you want to give back more? Because I noticed that with people who are in that era, not older people, but like because I noticed at 32, I'm coaching younger people, telling them, hey, listen, you don't want to do this, that. I catch myself doing that all the time.
Right.
And I feel like as I'm getting older, that's kind of like the
Yeah.
phase you want to get into is
Yeah. I could agree with that, especially because I got 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying?
you want to set the example.
And not even that I feed them the knowledge. Like, I go to the games and stuff. They're both traveling cheerleaders. It's good just for other kids to catch some outside knowledge and, because we need all the kids to be operating correctly,
Absolutely.
not just your kids. Because when they go off and be around these other kids, they start catching on little shit that, you know what I'm saying, little energies you throw out there, and it just become a big positive situation. You know what I'm saying?
And now with social media and all that,
For real, you gotta counteract.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
man.
And then you don't want these kids to go through shit that you went through. That's why you might catch yourself saying shit that your parents said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
When they were saying it to you, you wasn't even catching it right because you ain't been through it.
And then you got to reprogram yourself, and that's generational. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying just from my own thing. That's like generational trauma. That's something that's a whole nother topic too. Is that the way my parents operated, screaming, yelling, beatings in the house.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna love. I'm sure my dad's gonna love this when he sees this interview. But yeah, just as an adult, you want to retrain your brain and break all those generational curses and all those things. So I definitely understand what you're talking about and pushing forward. You want the best for your kids. So you try to break that.
Exactly. And like you said, they see me out here doing things in a positive light. You know, I tell them also that I wasn't always like this, and I made bad decisions and did things, and I let them listen to the music that I'm used to, or some of the music I used to make. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because my oldest is 13 and my youngest is 9. So my 13-year-old, I gotta be the one in her ear because there's somebody else in her other ear type shit.
I hear
You know what I'm saying? So you can't hold back from these kids. You gotta let them know, because I know we see all these bad stories and we hear about these things that these kids is going through. But maybe if they would have had a little more knowledge, or, you know what I'm saying, a little more experienced person to, but at the end of the day, you tell kids whatever. And like I said before, they ain't gonna listen anyway. But
a lot of it has to do with media. You know, not to even get political, but media dictates everything. Image, how we perceive things, all comes from media, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be firsthand experience, encounters. It should be how you interact with people, and it should be that's how you deal with people. You know, but people let the media, dictate everything. You know, and I hope from this interview, if anyone, if even if you didn't like it, I hope that you get something positive out of it, out of this side talk that we're talking about. Just being positive and trying to work past those generational curses and doing things that can really broaden yourself and enlighten yourself in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope, man. I'm glad that we took it there real quick. All right, so we're about to have some fun now, bro. So tonight's episode of the Arena Podcast is sponsored by Wolf Minded Clothing, To The Most Clothing, and Just Bees Candles. You have a gift right there waiting for you, but you got to work for it. We ain't going to just give it to you. You feel me? We play this game with everybody. It's called Real Talk or Nah. Real talk or nah mean I got 3 statements here. One of them is real talk. And when I say real talk, I mean it's an actual fact. But you got to be careful because the other 2 statements close to a fact, I might have switched a word or a number to throw you off.
Okay.
Feel me? The first statement is, the world's most expensive car is a Rolls Royce for $30 million. Second statement is, the first double rap album was All Eyes on Me by Tupac. And the third statement is, out of the 50 states, New Jersey was the 10th to officially become a state.
I'm going to say, as the kids would say, cap on the Rolls Royce, because Bugatti is definitely the most expensive car. I could be wrong, because I know Tupac did have, or it was either Tupac or Biggie, had the first double feature album. And what was that last one you said?
Out of the 50 states, New Jersey was the 10th to officially become a state.
It might have been that one. I think they were the first. I don't know. I'm a little puzzled right now. I know the Tupac one should definitely be true. I hope it is. He's on my top 5, so I would like to think that's true. Rolls Royce, I don't believe is the most expensive car, so I'm gonna go with Rolls Royce because it's got to be Bugatti.
Well, you gotta pick which one is the fact.
Oh, the fact.
Yeah.
Oh, Tupac, the first double feature album. Come on, Tupac, don't fail me.
Not it. Sorry, bro.
It's all good.
It is the Rolls Royce for $30 million. That's real talk, man. Right now, the most expensive car in the world.
Rolls
is
Royce.
a Rolls Royce. Yep.
Really?
Rolls Royce and Bugatti trade off who's got the most ridiculous high end.
That's right. Right now.
Each year they'll hand it off.
Yep, because Bugatti gonna be like, what? Nah, we got you. Like what? Right?
I'm a Toyota guy anyway.
The first double rap album was, I should have did this for DJ Arson because it was Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
What?
That was the first rap album.
Double rap
Double
album?
rap. Yep. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper in 88.
Oh my God.
The first ever double rap album.
Please tell me he's talking about Jazzy Jeff from the show too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was his DJ. And Jersey was the third state to officially become a state after Delaware and Pennsylvania.
I knew it was in the original 13. So that's
We up there. We up there.
I don't think I know that back into Jersey culture.
I was testing your Jersey knowledge right there. But you know what, bro? The shirt is yours anyway. You feel me?
I
Just
appreciate
because
that.
We rock it with power bundles. Throw that on, take a picture, send it over for the gram. Shout out to the most clothing. You got any final words for the people before we check out?
Oh, two things. I want to list my top 5 because I feel like every young generational MC should know what a great top 5 is because some people have trash top 5s.
I'm gonna let you spit this top 5, then we're gonna get out of there. We ain't gonna argue it.
Okay.
We're gonna listen and not judge.
Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, 50 Cent, and who would crack that 5 spot? AZ.
Ooh, okay. I love a unique top 5. A different top 5. All right, real quick, how AZ get up in there? What you like about AZ got him in your top 5?
Just his flow, his style, the way he spits his rhymes.
He's super smooth with it, ain't
the
he?
come up, even going back to More Money, More Murder, More all those songs.
Man, that
like
beat, I love that beat too.
Even that album he released during the pandemic, man. Sorry.
Yo, yeah, a lot of people don't know about that album.
Yeah.
I was bumping that joint. He had some good joints on there.
Definitely, man.
All right, Power Bundles. I appreciate you for locking in with us, man. Shout out to the people. Let the people know where they can reach you if they want to tap in.
Poppy Bundles at IG. That's PAPIBUNDLES. All right?
That's it, Power Bundles.
Especially if you're a lady. Check out my page.
Nice. Hoodie Frankliano on the sign out. We say what they can't. Thank you for having us as always. Pebbles, Itch. See you on the next one. Shout out to the family. Wolf Minded, thank you. To the most, thank you. Just Bees, thank you. We're going to keep building. And if anybody needs some video work, holla at The Arena Media. We out here working. You heard? We out of here.
Let's get it on. This is more than a song. Known as the Don, cause I'm the bomb. Worshipping with my palm from dusk till dawn. Scriptures got books to teach. It's the same shit that pharaohs preach. My rhymes in line the thugs to reach. Young men of the street, you're riding dirty in your Jeep, trying to avoid a Rico sweep.